Hello, beautiful people of this universe! Today's video is going to be talking a little bit about what this book, You Are a Badass, teaches you. Have you ever had that moment when somebody annoys you and you just don't know why? Okay, so one thing about this, it talks about people being mirrors. So it says that we attract people into our lives that we have the qualities that they have, or we have things similar with them, or else we wouldn't have attracted them in our lives. You're going to notice that usually when you find something annoying about someone, you might not admit it or even be conscious of. You have it yourself. I found this to be true because I used to think this girl was really annoying. I then found out later on by analysing myself that what I found annoying on her was an attribute I actually had myself. As I was aware of it, I began to understand why I had the insecurity and I began to work through it. Okay, so everything I'm going to tell you now, it's normal. It's absolutely normal if you're in denial at first and you don't believe it at first because you're trying to look for reasons it's not true. It's normal to be in denial and in resistance because this isn't something that it's very fluffy to hear. It's not something we like to hear that, oh, the reason you don't like someone is because you don't like that in yourself. It's not something we like to hear. Alright, but I'm going to try and explain to you as best as I can. Learn a lot about yourself and in relationships you have, be it friends, romantic kind of relationship you have with your parents. Because the way you are and the way you react to the things they do says a lot about you. I'm actually so thirsty, guys, it's crazy. So I'm going to give you an example. If somebody is like really loud and it really annoys you, right? Most likely it's because that person represents the insecurity you have about yourself being too loud. You might be unconscious about this. You might not be aware that you have an insecurity about this, but due to the fact that you might have been shamed about this when you were younger, it became an unconscious belief about yourself that you don't accept this part of yourself. Or, on the other hand, it could be, however this happened, you believe that whoever is loud is not a good trait to have. Therefore, your insecurity and fear about people who are loud when this person is loud, because you've actually hid that part of yourself in your shadow side. What the shadow side is where you put all of the parts of your personality that you don't accept. And in other words, if you don't accept your shadow side, I believe you're not truly accepting yourself. The shadow side is everything that's the opposite of what you currently are. So if you're somebody who's extremely friendly, your shadow side might be unfriendly and you've hid that in your shadow side because it's not something you can necessarily show the world. It's not socially acceptable, so you've hid it. But it doesn't mean it's gone. It's still your shadow. It still follows you around, but it's not there anymore. So if somebody is a know-it-all, you might yourself be a know-it-all, and that's why you get so annoyed by it, because you have this in yourself and it triggers your insecurity about not knowing anything. Because when they're a know-it-all, it puts you below them, because when you bring something up, they might always know more about the subject, and making sure everyone knows that they know more about it, making you feel even more insecure about the security you have about people not thinking you know anything. And this is an actual example she used in the book. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned something new, because this part about shadow sides always gets a little dark and tricky, because it's very complex and there are so many sides and angles that you can look at this. It gets you really thinking, do I really know myself? So join the diamond community now by subscribing, and we are the diamond community because we strive in pressure. Pressure makes us stronger. Exactly. So join now by subscribing to join the diamond community. I will see you in my next video. Bye! Like this video, comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos daily on YouTube.